This is a Steam Greenlight trailer for Carnival Shooter! Carnival! Here's the options menu. It's always a good way to start off a video showing off your game, is to show them the menu. They've turned off hit points. They've also turned the music off, which is really good. It's a really good way to sell your game initially to people. That's your opening gambit. You can turn the music off. That's good. Forewarned is forearmed. The music did sound, droning and creepy, and considering how long this video is, that's probably a good thing. Not good for the game from a sales perspective. But anyway, here's the game. As you can tell from the Clipart looking things, the basic fonts, maybe some MS Paint in there, not too sure, but it's recreated all the fun of the fair accurately. I often stand in a Clipart filled cardboard box looking at the grey storm clouds, or is that smoke? Yeah, smoke must be from the fire. But yeah, often I go to a cardboard Clipart fire carnival while shooting vinyl LPs, coloured vinyl LPs that sound like crockery, smashing dishes when you shoot them with a shotgun. Yeah, that's good. I'm assuming they're vinyl LPs. Specifically coloured vinyl, which was a big gimmick back in the heyday of vinyl for a while. I'm guessing they're records from the rock and roll text at the top there, which is supposed to be printed on some sort of, sheet of metal, it seems. They've used a basic metal font there, except they've picked the ridged raised metal with those little lumps on them. And the text doesn't account for that. That's just been pasted on top. But we've got Cherry written on one side and Rock written on the other side, and then Rock and Roll at the bottom in another font. Lots of different fonts here. Lots of different fonts. I wouldn't call this game artistically... what's the word? Consistent. Artistically consistent. I wouldn't call it that. Yeah. I used to collect vinyl myself a little bit, left it all in England when I moved. I had a lot of old records, mostly LPs, couple of 7-inches if they were interesting. I don't know if this is true for most bands, but I do know in the case of the Electric Light Orchestra, their coloured vinyl was actually less special to collectors than the original just plain black vinyl. And they did a lot of coloured LPs, coloured singles. There's even the Ticket to the Moon, which I think was an EP. They did the Ticket to the Moon EP, like I forget the exact measurement, 10-inch? I think it was a 10-inch. And it had artwork printed on the vinyl. Or maybe it was artwork with clear vinyl put over it. I'm not sure how they did those things back in the day. But it was basically, a record with a picture on it instead of just the normal black or a plain block colour. And if you get the black vinyl LP, EP rather, it's more valuable. That seems to be true of a lot of ELO things. The coloured vinyl, which you'd assume would be the special, rare, limited one, easier to get. So that's a little tip for you if you were ever into collecting Electric Light Orchestra records. This video goes on for a long time. We are over the halfway mark, don't worry about that in terms of the trailer. But it's a lot. It's showing off a lot of boring footage, isn't it? It's not exactly doing a good job of selling the game. If I'm quite honest, this looks really, really dire. Like, I wouldn't want to play it for half the amount of time it's being played now. Just watching it and trying to come up with vaguely entertaining words to accompany the visuals. It's difficult enough. I mean, I've just been talking about fucking ELO vinyl for the past couple minutes. That's not good. There's barely anything to even comment on with the game itself. If anything, I'm just using this as an excuse to pretend I've got somebody to talk to, so I don't go out and embarrass myself. Which, to be fair, is the motivation for most YouTube videos. If we're getting down to brass tacks. This is how I'm kicking off Christmas Eve for myself, by the way. I'll admit, not felt very Christmassy this year. It's really... I mean, it's you can't really say it snuck up on you, because, you know, with how much they advertise Christmas. Basically, as soon as Halloween's over, you can't really be surprised by it, but I just didn't feel it. I didn't connect with it, and it's Christmas Eve. I still don't feel fully into it, which is, I guess, why I'm watching a mostly quiet, incredibly alienating video about shooting. I've just noticed the gun doesn't have any shooting effects whatsoever. It doesn't buck, it doesn't recoil, it doesn't move, there's no flash on it, there's nothing. Just a sad snap noise and the crockery breaking sound, and that's that. The mouse cursor, by the way, you're seeing is the mouse cursor on the video. They're just showing that. That's the trailer done. That's it. I'll be honest, it didn't exactly sell me on the game. Description! Have you ever wanted to play a video game about shooting BB guns at moving targets while in a carny booth? No. No, I haven't. Never had that desire. That's never been a fantasy of mine. Just watching a video of someone else. Watching a video of someone at an actual carnival shooting moving targets with a BB gun is something I'm just not desirous of. So I'm not into it. I don't care for it. The audience for this is... I mean, you've made it very specific. I mean, first of all, it's got to be about BB guns, specifically, no other gun, moving targets, so no plastic ducks just stood on a shelf, while in a carnival booth. So those are a lot of... You've really boiled it down to a dedicated, almost fetishistic crowd. Anyway, if so, this game is for you. It's not for me, but it might be for 1% of you out there watching. Select your weapon and step into 12 uniquely themed booths. Shoot down records in the rock and roll range. They were records. It's hard to tell when they sound like crockery. Crowns at the medieval range, tanks in the army-themed booth, or alien heads in a foggy, creepy forest. Other booths include a retro British street cityscape scene, shooting bottles in the old Wild West, duck hunting in a swamp, and more. Are you fast enough to shoot all the targets in time? 12 uniquely themed shooting ranges with 12 different targets, wide variety of themes ranging from a US Army theme, you've already said that, to a hippie van themed booth. Select from 2 different handguns or a shotgun. Right, okay, so it was a shotgun, but you said it was a game about BB guns. There's a big difference between handguns and shotguns and BB guns. They're different guns. This game has made a liar of us all. Taking the piss. Get professional. Customizable gameplay options including time selection and toggle music on-off. They're very proud of that music on-off feature. Maybe don't have shit music if you feel the need to advertise it can be turned off. There's a lot of decent royalty-free music. You're listening to some right now. Yeah, they've left the music on for a different trailer they have up on the page that follows the rock and roll one. The medieval range gameplay. It's only 1 minute long, but the music is... Yeah, I don't like it after 30 seconds. So it is a good call to have it toggled off. Also notice the crowns are making the same broken crockery noise. Couldn't even get another fucking set. Unbelievable. Fuck off.